I know what you're thinking. What a beauty. She's got her problems, but I'm sure your city ain't too much better. But for better or for worse, she needs a protector, and I'm here. Where did you get it, Bobby?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, I'm tired of playing this game with you, Bobby. Just tell me what it was and who gave it to you.
I don't know, I promise.
What is this crap? This stuff has been showing up all over my city for the past couple of months. It's harmful and addictive, and it needs to vacate my city. If I find out that you had anything to do with this, I will personally see to it that you don't get that wrestling scholarship you've been up for. Now, what would your mother think of this? Dickson. Oh, hi, Lorena. Get out of here, kid. Oh, and Bobby? Don't let me catch you with that stuff again. Okay, I'll see you in my office. Bye. Lorena's an old friend. Her husband Ronnie and I go back to my patrol days. He's dead now. She hasn't recovered. Do you two know each other?
Never seen him before in my life. What made you think that?
Nothing. That kid's trouble. Just make sure you stay away from him. So, what can I do for you? How are you holding up?
Oh, you know, just lounging around the house all day, waiting to join my darling Ronnie in the afterlife. All the meanwhile, helplessly watching his business burn to the ground. However, I'm not here on leisure today, Dick. I know you and my late husband were close, but it pains me to speak of him.
Of course. I was just checking in. So what can I do for you today, miss?
Late last night, it was brought to my attention that my precious crystal has been stolen.
What kind are we talking about? Jewelry, a ring?
I'm talking about raw, pure crystal, the most beautiful kind you'd ever imagine. My dear Ronnie left it to me, and it's ever so valuable to me. Please help me find it, detective.
Oh, okay, Lorena, now just calm down. Tell me a little bit more about when you discovered it was missing.
My butler came up to me late last night while I was looking over old photos of Ronnie and me. The staff and I scoured the mansion, but all that turned up were a few rubies that fell between the cushions.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Who do you think might have taken it?
I haven't the slightest, but if I had to guess, I'd say that twit of a drag queen that hangs out on 32nd Street.
What makes you think she took it?
She's already stolen my name, for Christ's sake. Is it so hard to believe that she's stolen my crystal as well? Plus, it's the only lead I've got.
All right, well, I'll check out your case after I go down to the school. I have to tie up a few loose ends.
Thank you, Dick. I know you and my husband weren't as close, you know, after what happened last winter. Don't act so shocked, detective. He was my husband after all. Of course he told me about it. Who do you think held him while he screamed all through the night? Oh, don't worry, darling. I'm not going to tell anyone. What do you think that would do to my reputation?
Well, good.
Forgive me, detective, but all this talk of Ronnie has gotten to me. I need to be alone.
Of course, goodbye. Now, Bobby said there were some shady characters that hang out near the back of campus. The kind that would peddle this trashy street drug. I can't make heads or tails of what Lorena told me. Why would a washed up drag queen want her crystal? Hey! Give me one good reason I shouldn't arrest you right now.
I haven't done anything.
Tell me what you know.
Okay, sheesh. So you see there's this drag queen that hangs out on
32nd Street?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Lucky guess. So she gave these drugs to you?
Something like that.
Looks like I'm gonna have to pay the lady a visit. Thanks, Bobby.
Anytime, officer.
Come in. I have to say, I was rather curious when you called. You can just set your coat over there. So, Detective Dickson, is it? What can Miss Lorena Duval do for such a handsome young gentleman as yourself? The missus not treating you right? Need some special time away from the office? No one can do it like me.
Now, miss. I'm here on business.
Well, boo. Alright then, what is it that you want? Come on out with it. Time is money and you're not paying. So, come on.
Well, someone reported a stolen crystal. A raw, beautiful crystal. And they seem to think it was you.
Would that someone happen to be that old hag on the hill?
Well, can you blame her? You did steal her name once upon a day.
I didn't steal anything. If anything, I saved that name from her. Why, a name of that caliber demands a certain ferocity and passion that she simply does not have. All she's good for is sucking the life out of anyone who comes into contact with her. The Black Widow, if you would. But no pun intended. How is that bag of bones of a husband of hers anyway? Last time I heard, her business was crumbling and he was dead.
Hey, he was a friend of mine.
Well, serves him right. Kicking me, Lorena Duval, to the curb like that. Why, his club was nothing until I came around. And now look where it's gotten him.
Well, sounds like you've got a reason to get even.
Revenge isn't my style, sweet cheeks. I like to think I'm a better person than that. Anywho, is that all you wanted? To ask me about her old gems? Look at me, honey. Does it look as though I need to steal some cheap hag's gems?
I didn't say it was jewelry. I said it was crystal. A raw, pure crystal.
I'm sorry, honey, but it seems as though you have the wrong idea. It's a different kind of crystal, if you catch my drift.
Are you saying that it's...
Yes, I'm talking about pure, raw, beautiful crystal. Only the best. You need a hook? I've got it.
So you're the one supplying these kids with that crap?
I'm just the messenger, baby. If you want to find the real culprit, you need only look up on that hill.
I figured you'd show up sooner or later. It was about time you figured it all out.
So you admit it then? How could you, Lorena?
What was I supposed to do? My husband's empire of nightclubs he made his life after he left the police force were collapsing before my eyes in the wake of his unfortunate passing. How else am I supposed to afford this lifestyle? Get a job?
So you decided to hook these kids on smack?
You should see them lap it up. I saw it all the time in Ronnie's clubs. They will buy anything you promise will get them to their next fix. Ronnie had invested in a large amount of the raw crystal, and after he passed, I was stuck with the tab.
Couldn't you just have sold one of your necklaces?
Please! It's my favorite one!
So why send me on the tail of the drag queen? The other Lorena? Doesn't she work for you?
Heavens, no. I depended on someone, didn't I? After all, you were snooping around and starting to figure out who was at the bottom of it. So I panicked and sold my stash to the highest bidder. Had Bobby throw you off, forfeiting all evidence pointing to me.
You'll never get away with this.
Oh, but I will, Detective.
Actually, that's where you're wrong.
Well then, let me tell you where the story ends, Dickson. See that picture? Take a look.
Where did you get this?
Ronnie had it as a token of sorts. I wonder what would happen if someone found out that the local detective was involved in the collections business, let's say.
But it was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Well, then let a judge decide, because that's exactly what will happen if you turn me in.
So what then? You want me to pin it on the drag queen? You know she won't keep quiet. She'll rat us both out, and there's enough evidence pointing to you. You're not going to get away with this. Not unless you...
Kill her? But Dickie, that's where you come in. Make it look like a robbery. Now here's what we're gonna do. I want you to break into that little twit's house. Walk into her bedroom. Look into her thieving face. And then pull the trigger.
And then we'll be even?
Mm-hmm. An eye for an eye.